You funny. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the day, the Tuesday, the terrific Tuesday that the Lord has made, and I am rejoicing and extremely glad in it. I apologize for the delay, but we are live right here, right now on this beautiful, terrific Tuesday, December the 7th, 2021. I have some extraordinary things that I want to talk to you about. And so here's what I need you to do. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that share button. I need you to tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know Prophet Ramon, the squad, and the Ramon Preston Show. We are live in his house on this beautiful Tuesday, right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. I am so excited. Number one is because my birthday is tomorrow, so I'm already celebrating my birthday. The fact that I can be in the office, I'm supposed to be out of town this week for my birthday, and somehow I was able to convince my beautiful wife, who had already told me, baby, you got an all expenses paid trip and you can shop till you drop. I somehow convinced her to let me stay in the office this week and work. And she already done told me this morning, tomorrow you can come to the office, but you leaving that office early, at least after the show. So shout out to my beautiful wife. Shout out to my team. Shout out to my Next Level Church family. They gave me somewhat of a surprise birthday celebration. It was so crazy. I walked into the church Sunday and actually forgot my birthday was tomorrow. And I didn't even pay attention to the balloons and all the stuff they had up until somebody pointed at it. And I was like, oh, that's for me. I honestly didn't think about it. You know, if my birthday was on Sunday, I probably would have thought about it. But anyway, I want you to hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, let them know the Ramon Preston Show is live. And I've got a good conversation that I want to have with you today. All of you that are entrepreneurs, all of you that are the financial leaders of your household, of your family. You may be the leaders of your tribe. You might be a ministry leader, a pastor. You may have a legitimate business that's operating now. If you are any one of the above, I want you to hear me. Guess what? If you're not, you may work for an entrepreneur, a business owner. You may volunteer at a church. I want you to tag them, whoever they are that are leading you, and I want you to encourage them to join the show today. I'm going to give y'all a little more time, so I'm probably going to go past the 1 o'clock hour or the 1 hour mark, because I want to make sure that I provide for you as much value as I possibly can. Now, a few things I want to establish before we get into the details of today's show. First of all, if you don't know me personally, if you don't know anything about me personally, professionally, or ministerially, I want you to understand that I'm a very honest, I'm a very open, I'm a very transparent person. I always say my life is an open book. And I'm very open and honest and transparent. I'm just a realist, and I keep it real. I keep it 100. I'm not gonna say I'm brutally honest, because I don't like disrespecting people and, you know, being condescending to people, even though I keep it real with you. But a lot of times my openness, my honesty and transparency is really kind of self-deprecating. I'm always, you know, putting myself out there, or, you know, throwing myself under the bus, because I'm talking about me. And so I could be as open and honest and transparent as I want to be. That's who I am. That's what makes me who I am, whether people are comfortable with it or not. So personally, that's who I am. Professionally, I'm a business consultant. I'm a real estate consultant. My wife and I have been in real estate as a two-person team. We started 18 years ago when we got married, and ever since we built a successful organization around our core competencies. That is in real estate as consultants. My wife is a real estate salesperson. She has a license. She's a professional. We have consulted people on all levels of real estate. And when I say all levels, I'm talking about residential, commercial, flippers, wholesalers, people who wanted to just buy and hold to become landlords, people who were just looking to put their money in a little nest egg. We've consulted people on all levels. In business, we've consulted, we coach entrepreneurs, some of you that are upcoming entrepreneurs, new startups, or maybe a little seasoned but just want to be a little more polished to scale your businesses. You may know us as business coaches. And ministerially, I'm an apostle. I have an entire church-controlled 501c3 nonprofit organization. It is a church charter. We license and ordain ministers. We train ministers. We have an entire school of ministry. I have a school of prophets where I train prophets. We have a church that my wife pastors. I pastored it for 12 and a half years. Now I'm sharing this with you because I want you to understand there's a lot of passion behind what I talk about on this show, especially when it comes to biblical economics, when it comes to biblical wealth building. And if you just know me in one facet or from one perspective, there are a lot of parts of me that you're missing. Like if you're just watching me on the show and I'm always talking about getting the bag, holding companies, I'm talking about money, I'm talking about cash flow, I'm talking about financial freedom, I'm talking about business and investing, you might miss the fact that personally, I have a certain passion because of what I've been through in my life and what I have fought to create for me and for my family. And then ministerially, I have an assignment. I have a big why behind what I do. So when you're listening to me, especially at times like this where the market is very volatile, meaning that there's a lot of uncertainty going on in the market, in the business world, in a lot of industries. And the people who are suffering the most are not really the people who are at the bottom. Think about it. The people who are at the bottom are not necessarily suffering the most. And I'm talking about people who are economically at the bottom, people who are financially challenged. They may have jobs. They may be getting certain governmental assistance. They may have certain housing assistance. A lot of people who are considered to be at the bottom economically or financially, they're getting some level of help, some level of assistance, right? The people at the top might not be getting any of that, but they probably don't even need it. Think about it. Only a small percentage of Americans make more than $400,000 a year. As a matter of fact, if you make $400,000 or more every year, you're considered to be like in the 1 percentile of top earners in America. Like that's how small that number is. The people who are at the bottom that are considered to be below the poverty level, they require a lot of governmental assistance. I've been one of those. My family, we grew up in poverty, so I know exactly what it is to get food stamps. I remember my grandma used to give me food stamps out of the book and give me a note, and I used to walk to Winn-Dixie across the highway and give it to the manager, and he would take the food stamps and the notes and go pick up all the little items and bring them back. It's the people in the middle. This is most of America. This is probably 8 out of 10 people in America are considered to be in the middle. Maybe the lower part of the middle class, maybe in the middle, $20,000 a year, $30,000, $42,000, $70,000. This is considered middle class, right? This is where most of people are. Most of you that's watching me, it doesn't matter if you're working or if you got a business, you're probably in that middle, right? Now, this is a very dangerous area to be in. This is a very volatile space to be in financially and economically. And we have to change that narrative. So when you're listening to me, when you're watching me, understand there's a personal passion and a personal why behind what I do. There's a professional passion and a professional why behind what I do. But more importantly, there's a ministerial, a spiritual passion, a spiritual why behind what I do, because I believe God has anointed me and assigned me for such a time as this to help my people economically. As much as I love to preach, as much as I love to pray, as much as I love to prophesy, as much as I love to speak in tongues, as much as I love to lead ministry and build church groups and do all of those spiritual, congregational, church related things, guess what? I'm just as passionate about my assignment from an economic perspective. And so today, I want to lead in with the question, and I want you to put the question, the answer to the question, in the comments. As a matter of fact, if you have a question that you want to ask me during this live, call in. I'm still working on my studio, so soon when our studio is finished, they've already told me that I should have some capabilities of being able to use a switchboard and some type of, like gadget to be able to get callers to call in and to make it easy so we can hear you, so it can run through our system, whatever the case is. But right now, if you have a question that you want to ask me, even throughout the course of the show, you could call my personal assistance line. So I'm putting her on the spot. She don't mind because she's just like me. So if you have a question, why don't you call 404-478-7213? And when she answers it, we bootlegging it today. When she answers it, if you have a question that you want to ask me while we're live on the show, I'm just letting you know, if you call, please don't call with no shade. Don't call acting crazy. Don't call being disrespectful, because you're going to be on the live show and I'm going to have to grab the phone from her and literally put it up to the speaker so we can engage in whatever the question that you have. But don't be shady. Please don't, because I will give you the business live on the show. And I love the Lord and I love people, but you ain't finna get shady with me. So make sure that you have dignity in class, and make sure that you be respectful and mindful of our community and our tribe and our people. I got grandkids that watch me on YouTube. Every time I'm with my grandkids, they have iPads and they always pull up their iPads to show me where Papa is. Papa, I'm watching you. They watch me talk about business and money. And I told them, y'all need to learn everything you can learn about business and money. So my first question is a two-part question that I want to ask you even before you ask me a question. And my question is this, 2 parts. If you have a business, or if you are leading your family financially or yourself, what do you consider to be your biggest business and or financial obstacle? That's the question I want to ask you. What is your biggest business or financial obstacle? What is your biggest obstacle? So when it comes to your business, when it comes to your finances, what do you consider to be your biggest obstacle? This is kind of like a free live corporate coaching session I want to walk you through very quickly. All right. I can kind of use this to simulate a little bit of what I would do and my team would do if you were a member of our coaching program. If you became a client in my coaching program, this is one of the things that I would be fleshing out with you in the beginning stages of your coaching when we sit down for your initial coaching session. So I would want to know what are your biggest obstacles. So if you don't know what those obstacles are, let me give you an example. You may have obstacles with sales. You may have a good product or a good service, but you're just not making no money. Well, that's a sales obstacle. Let's say if you're making a little bit of money, but it ain't enough money to really sustain your business, and you're not getting enough people reaching out to you, going to your website, calling you about your products. Maybe you have a marketing obstacle, okay? Maybe you're doing a little social media, you're making a few sales, but you just having trouble like making sense of organizing your business. You kind of everywhere. You fumbling around with paperwork. You're not good with computers. It may be a systems issue. It could be an operational system issue, a logistic issue. It could be a financial systems issue. You're not familiar with QuickBooks. You can't hire a virtual accountant. You can't hire a bookkeeper. You trying to figure it out. You trying to keep receipts, and you trying to, document everything in your notebook. Maybe it's a financial system. Maybe it's a marketing system. Maybe you don't know how to keep up with your database. Maybe it's a sales system. Okay, so here's another obstacle you may have. You may have a obstacle just in your overall business. Maybe you have 6 or 7 ideas. Maybe you have an idea to do real estate. You want to do some Bitcoin and crypto. You could see yourself selling online products. Maybe you're into network marketing. There are a few things in network marketing you like. Maybe you want to get into drop shipping. So you have 6 or 7 things that you know you can monetize and make money from. You just don't know how to build an infrastructure. I want you to put in the comments, what do you consider to be your biggest obstacle? And again, if you want to call in and ask me a question on that to figure out what you can do, that's the second part of the question, because if you can identify with what your biggest obstacle is, then I would ask you the second part of the question, what do you think is your biggest opportunity? What is your biggest opportunity? And again, if you're not taking time out to think about these things and to talk to people about these things and to really process it, then it's probably because you're not in the right circle, you're not around the right people, and you probably not getting the right answers because you're not getting the right information. Maybe you're not getting the right information and answers because you're not asking the right questions. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, I want to know, what is your biggest obstacle? Like if you had to pinpoint maybe one, maybe you got 2 or 3, what would that biggest obstacle be? Would it be structure? Would it be systems? Would it be sales? Would it be marketing? What would you consider to be your biggest obstacle? And then maybe you can answer the second part of the question. What is your biggest opportunity? What is your biggest opportunity? What do you see as your biggest opportunity? Maybe you have a business opportunity that you just don't know how to put the business opportunity together. Maybe somebody has pitched you something. They're offering you something. Maybe you got a piece of real estate that you're trying to sell, or something you want to buy, or some type of piece of equipment, or a piece of equipment you want to add to your business. What do you consider to be your biggest opportunity coming into the new year? So I want to know, what is your biggest obstacle and what is your biggest opportunity? Now, I'll lead in with this 2-part question, because today I really want to talk about the 5-point consulting and coaching process that we use here for our clients. And I want to show you how you can actually identify with all of your obstacles, identify with all of your opportunities, and then build a solid business system and infrastructure to not only fix the obstacles, but transform those obstacles into opportunities that will monetize, that will make you money, so that you can continue to move forward. So just in case you don't know this, we are bringing to a close what we have had open for about 8 months now, which is our 1-year business coaching program. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people that watch me, that follow me, that listen to me. And a year from now, I'm going to go back and pull this video from December the 7th, 2021. It's going to be a lot of people a year from now that's going to be looking back saying, man, I should have joined his one-year business coaching program. The man has created some extraordinary earners, top performers, high performers, millionaires with the things that he's been teaching them and training them on. So we're about to end our one-year business coaching program. So just in case you don't know, let me walk you through this. Now, for those of you that already heard me say it, maybe this is boring to you. We'll see you tomorrow or the next day on the show. But just in case you haven't heard this, let me explain something to you. Having a business coach is going to be critical to your business success, especially in this season. One of the reasons is because we have so much information available. Most people can just Google their way or YouTube their way or just browse the internet aggressively and get themselves to a place to where they can actually make money. Just in case you haven't been watching social media and some of the television shows like Shark Tank and other financial entrepreneurial shows, a lot of people have become successful just by Googling, just by going to YouTube and researching and learning without even having to pay. But here's the thing, a lot of these people that do it, which is not a whole lot, but the people who do push through and become successful that way are few in between. And they are exceptions to the rule. Everybody that goes through that process is not going to see success. Everybody that does what you hear certain people on the internet or television say they did ain't going to do that and see the same success. As a matter of fact, it's kind of like thinking, okay, you're going to go to Silicon Valley and you're going to be the next Mark Zuckerberg. Hey, it's only one Mark Zuckerberg. And for every Mark Zuckerberg that actually succeeds with the app and with the technology and with a business called Facebook or Meta, guess what? There are tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people who are smarter than him, who are more passionate than him, who have more people backing them financially, who lose. And if you talk to people who invest in those kind of companies like venture capitalists, private equity firms, and CEOs, a lot of them will tell you they already know going in that they're going to invest, let's say, $1 million into 10 businesses like Facebook, right? And they'll invest, let's just say, $100,000 into 10. And they already know 9 of them are going to fail. But because the one succeeds, that $1 million that they put in for the 10, even though they only put 100,000 in that one, it's going to become a $3 billion company, and that million is going to turn into 36 million. So they're going to take those chances. And I'm explaining this to you because you've got to make the decision that if you have obstacles that are in your way that are affecting you and hindering you, or at least slowing you down from getting to where you know your goals want you to be, your dreams are quicker, guess what? You're going to have to make the decision. And that decision is probably going to mean you're going to need a coach. You're going to need a coach. And I'm not talking about a life coach, okay? I'm not talking about a life coach because I am not a life coach, all right? I'm not talking about a relationship coach. I'm not talking about any other type of coaching. The type of coaching I'm talking about is business and financial coaching. That's the type of coaching I'm talking about. And guess what? If you're going to have someone become a business and financial coach to you, well, guess what? You better hope they have a successful business and they are financially successful. Because if they don't have success in an area that they're coaching you in, then what kind of results you think you're going to get? I mean, it just doesn't work that way. Now, some people may skate through and you may find a handful of people who are not successful in business, they're not successful financially, or in other words, they don't have no business with employees and a real system. They don't really have like tens or hundreds of millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, but they can still coach people into becoming. I know that there are people out there like that, but guess what? This ain't football. So just because a football coach can coach people and they never played football, don't mean a business and financial coach is going to be able to coach you to a place that they've never been. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to receive that kind of coaching. So my point is, you're going to need a coach. And you're going to start thinking about this today before you get to the end of this year, unless you want to go into 2022 and continue to repeat the same cycle. So we have a one-year business coaching program, and I'm going to be talking about it a little more for the next couple days. I don't even know if it's going to be for the next couple weeks. In my mind, I've already told my team this, that we're definitely going to end this one-year business coaching program by December the 31st. I don't even know if I'm going to go that far out, because I already got other programs and other things that I want to introduce to the market right now that I'm already like itching, saying, man, I'm just trying to get this one-year business coaching program over with. Now, for those of you that are already in our one-year business coaching program, we launched it in April of this year. Okay, we launched it in April of 2021. And for those of you that have joined our one-year business coaching program for the last, let's see here, I'm getting some business text messages coming in right now. But for those of you that have joined our one-year business coaching program between April and now, okay, you, my friend, whether you are male or female, you are locked in. So all of the features, all of the advantages, all of the benefits that we continue to pour on this program and provide for all of you that are in this program, nothing that we have promised you is going to change. So I want you to understand that even though we are discontinuing the one-year business coaching program, what that means is after this month, we will no longer be accepting new clients into this program. So those who are already in the program will be the only ones in the program. We have new programs that we're going to be introducing, but we will not be providing a business coaching program moving forward. So even though I am a business coach and I will provide business coaching services, but those services will be on an as-need basis, which means if you need to sit down with me as a business coach for a session, you can pay for a session. If you need to sit down with me as a business coach for 7 sessions, you can pay for 7 sessions. If you need me to be your business coach for the next 10 years and you're going to pay me every month or every session for the next 10 years, then that's going to be on an as-need basis. But there will be no contextualized or consolidated program that has all of the benefits that we have added to this one-year business coaching program. So I want to walk you through the process that we take our clients through, just in case you've been thinking about joining our one-year business coaching program. Now, maybe you are an individual who have attended one of our live or virtual events. You enjoyed the information. Maybe you have participated in some of our free content that we have offered, whether it's on our university platform or one of our social media platforms. And you have listened to me enough to know, okay, this dude knows what he's talking about. He's been consistent. He's not an internet guru. He's not, and maybe I am an internet guru. I'm just not a fake internet guru, right? He's actually living what he's teaching and preaching. And maybe you're just trying to figure out, do I pull the trigger to join this business coaching program? So I want to kind of walk you through the process that we use. It's really a proprietary process, meaning that it's a process that me and my team, we've created to maximize the benefits that we provide for our coaching clients. There are a lot of business and financial coaches that don't coach people the way I do, and it's for different reasons. One reason is because before I became a business coach, I was a business consultant. So there are some fundamental differences between consulting clients and coaching clients. And I can't get into all those details, but just to simplify the difference, the coaching is more of a personal program-based service that I'm able to provide, meaning that I can give you more of a one-on-one personal touch, accountability, support, and stand on the sidelines play by play until you get to where we want to take you. A consultant is more of a project-based service where there may be some things that you want to get accomplished in your business. There may be certain things that you want to see happen, and you need a professional to come in and to help you build an infrastructure on what you want to do and how you're going to do it. And once we as consultants help you identify with what you need to do to get it done and how you can actually get it done, we give you our professional recommendation. What professionals you need, what systems, what processes, and how to integrate it. And if you need us to walk you through that, there may be additional fees and there may be other costs associated to that, which will be a part of the plan that we put together for you in our assessment as consultants. So I was a consultant before I was a coach. And the advantage, or at least one of the advantages that I've been able to provide as a coach, because I was a consultant, is I'm able to kind of give you both of those worlds in one. And so I'm going to walk you through the process that we use. All this information that I'm sharing with you, you can actually find it on our website. You could go to RamonPreston.com. That will be our main web portal. It will be much easier for you to just go to RamonPreston.com, and from RamonPreston.com, you're able to navigate to the other platforms that we have. You're able to navigate to our real estate investment firm. You're able to navigate to our online training university. You're able to navigate to all of the other websites and platforms that we have. But there you'll be able to see our coaching program, you're able to see our training program, you're able to see all of the services that we provide as a corporation. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through that process. So for those of you that are interested, or you just been contemplating and just trying to figure out, you know what, you might be on the fence and you just want to know, like, is it really worth it? Well, it can be worth it if you're willing to put in the work with what we're going to provide for you. So let me just walk you through it real quick, even before I give you the process. A 1-year business coaching program, okay? It is a $5,000 program for 1 year, which is extremely low, especially when before I started this 1-year business coaching program for $5,000, the only coaching that I was doing was a 90-day coaching for $5,000. So you're actually getting 4 of my initial coaching programs for the same price of 1. Instead of 90 days, you're getting it for 1 year. So this is a 1 year business coaching. This is a program. And so what I do is I give you an initial coaching session. And I'm going to walk you through what my process is for coaching you, because sometimes people tell you, okay, I'm going to coach you, but what are you going to actually do in your coaching, right? So I'm going to show you exactly what I do, but we start you off in this 1-year business coaching program with an initial coaching session. So that means you could be on the other side of the world. We've got people that are in our coaching program that don't even live nowhere near me, that I've never seen in person. But guess what? You can still get this initial coaching session in person, or you can choose to fly here and get it in person, or we can just do a Zoom, and the same information and impact is going to be there for you. It's not like you losing out just because you're not sitting in front of me. I mean, come on, we're in the middle of a pandemic where most people have gone virtual anyway, so we make it work and you're still getting the same results. So we provide an initial coaching session for you. This is going to be at least a 2-hour deep dive. I already know in my head, I can do this in my sleep really. I already know in my head, depending on where you are, meaning that you could be a new startup, you could be someone who don't have a job, don't have a business, know nothing about finances or business. I already know it's going to probably take anywhere from 1 to 2 hours for us to do what I do when I conduct this initial coaching session. So this is one of the biggest bangs and benefits you get when you join this program, which, by the way, just in case you haven't been to our online platform, we're offering a 12-month payment plan for $397 a month. So you can actually join this program, not for $5,000, you can actually join it for $397. I mean, you can't beat that. So you're gonna pay $397 for 12 months, which is actually less than $5,000. It's just an easy number. It makes sense. We wanted to make it simple for the holiday season. So we're still holding that price as long as we have this program open. So back to my point, the 1-year business coaching program, first thing we're gonna do, let's say when you pay your initial $397 or when you pay the one-time payment, whatever it is that you want to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to schedule your initial coaching session. We're going to set a time that works for you. My personal assistant will set it for me, put it on my calendar, make sure that I'm available. And we're going to carve out about 2 hours to take you through the process that I'm going to be talking to you about in just a few minutes. And while I'm talking, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments or just call the number 404-478-7213. You can see the number in the description and you'll see it in the comments. So this is the first benefit. It's a whole lot of benefits you get. So we're going to schedule your initial one-on-one coaching session. This is not going to be someone else providing this, okay? It's me providing this initial one-on-one coaching session, all right? So it's a lot you're going to get out of that coaching session. What else are you going to get as a benefit when you join the program? Well, we're giving you 1-year access to our world-class Millionaire Blueprint. So this is my personal playbook. Everything that I know about business, about holding companies, about structuring holding companies, about filing and forming holding companies and divisions and subsidiaries. Everything I know about financial literacy, about accounting, about creative tax strategies, about QuickBooks, everything I know about goal setting and scheduling and corporate systems and processes and sales and marketing and real estate investing and starting nonprofits and economics, everything. When I tell you everything, I mean everything. Everything that I know about business, finance, investing, wealth building, banking, assets, liabilities, everything that I know, I have put in this Millionaire Blueprint. And guess what? Every week we are continuing to add new content. So the more I learn, the more I give. The more information we get, the more information we provide. So we're giving you 1-year access to that. Now this program alone is a $1,500 program. So if you just wanted access to our online business and financial wealth building system for 1 year, you would have to pay $1,500 just to get access to this. That's without coaching, that's without a session, that's without any other benefit that we provide in the coaching program. We give this to you for free because once we conduct that initial coaching session, there are going to be some courses that we're going to recommend and direct you to start taking and learning while we're getting you to your goals. Because once we set those goals in that initial coaching session, our job is to make sure that you hit that goal within that 1 year. If you don't hit the goal within that 1 year, we fail, even though it may not even be our fault when somebody fails because it's some things that they may not do, but we still assume the responsibility that if we can't direct you and coach you and walk you through a process to hit whatever goals you set within a year, we're going to take responsibility for that because there are some things that we should be doing to make sure. And one of the things that we do to assure that is we give you access to our on-demand 24-hour day, 7-day a week, 365 day of this year. We give you access to it. You can take these courses, watch these videos, download the documents and the forms. You can literally self-educate while you're in your car, from your phone, from your tablet, from your laptop, from your desktop. You should have Ramon Preston University and the Millionaire Blueprint accessible on every device so that every free moment you get, guess what you're doing? You're learning about the things that you know we put together in your initial coaching session. So what else do we provide as a benefit to this? Well, we also provide quarterly. You get 4 quarterly VIP tickets to live or virtual events. So every quarter, every 3 months, we host live and virtual events. And each of these live events are centered around one of the 4 business pillars. So we have a live quarterly event. It's a mastermind and workshop. We've just upgraded it for our current clients from a 4-hour event every quarter to an 8-hour, one-day event. And so once we move into 2022, assuming that you join now, you're going to have access to 4 quarterly VIP workshop masterminds. And that means you're going to come either in person or show up virtually. And for the whole day, we're going to be training you in each of these 4 mastermind workshops on all 4 of the pillars of success. So one is going to be on sales, one is going to be on marketing, one is going to be on financial systems, creative tax strategies, and one is going to be on holding companies and business systems. Think about that. Think about just the fact that you're going to get an initial coaching session, then you're going to get access to an on-demand 24-hour a day Millionaire Blueprint, and then you're going to also have access to four quarterly VIP workshop masterminds. Now we also give you a personal coaching coordinator. This is another benefit, a coaching coordinator. And what our coordinator does is our coordinator provides you with a point person, meaning that you are able to text, email, call this individual on a regular basis, whether it's day to day, week to week, month to month, quarter to quarter, or once a year. Whatever goes on in your life, whatever's going on in your business, whatever's going on in your finances, when you hit certain roadblocks, when you have certain hiccups and things that are going on that you just have questions on, we provide you with a coaching coordinator that will regularly reach out to you. So even if you don't reach out to our coaching coordinator that we assign to you, they're going to be reaching out to you. They're going to be calling you regularly. They're going to be emailing you. They're going to be text messaging you. And most likely, if you have things going on in your business and finance that you need help with, or even in your life, okay, I'm a prophet, I'm a minister, our business is a ministry. And guess what? Our people that work here, they know how to pray for you. They know how to prophesy. They know how to minister to you. It ain't just money and business, it's also ministry and life. So we do it all, okay? So our coaching coordinator is very critical because they're going to be the point person for you, so that if there's anything going on, and a lot of times we have clients that reach out to our coordinator and they have a glitch, they have a question that's critical. It's a 911 emergency. And most of the time, if they just need me to drop in to give them 1 or 2 nuggets or to help them flesh out a situation, when we're in the office, my personal assistant or one of my team members, whoever's coordinating that particular account, they're going to come in there and say, do you have a few minutes? So-and-so needs to speak with you. And guess what? I drop on there and I provide that value so that we can help you get through. So you have a coaching coordinator. Another benefit that you get is we provide weekly coaching calls. So every Monday, unless there's an exception, but for the most part, every Monday, we host live Zoom coaching calls. And so this is not open to the public. This is a private, exclusive coaching call that you have access to from your personal coaching membership account. So you'll be able to log into our university platform and you're able to click on and join us for the live coaching call every Monday at 5. I typically teach a lesson for maybe 30 minutes or so, depending on how excited I am. And then we open it up for a Q&A. We walk people through certain scenarios, and then other members in the coaching community have an opportunity to hear what questions are being asked and to get insight into certain things that they may have not asked, but they're able to hear how someone else is processing it and succeeding in whatever it is that they're doing. We also provide an archive. So all of the coaching calls that we have hosted weekly are archived. You can always go back, watch the replays of any event, the live events, the quarterly workshops and masterminds. We archive all of that. And so I wanted to at least take some time to clearly communicate what this one-year business coaching program is about, what the benefits are, because again, within the next few weeks, probably the next few days, I'm going to be discontinuing this one-year business coaching program because I'm not going to really have the capacity and the time to provide all of these initial one-on-one coaching sessions and all of this personal service that I have to engage in and participate in to make sure that each coaching client is being taken care of above and beyond what they're expecting from us. Because when I come into 2022, I have a whole new set of programs that I'm launching. I'm launching a business coaching and consulting certification program, meaning that I'm going to be training coaches and consultants and trainers. So for people who want to be coaches themselves, consultants and trainers, and they want to build a coaching, consulting and training business, we have a program that we're going to be certifying people, but we're going to have to walk them through some training so that they will be able to do what we do the way we do it. I'm going to be showing them my system, my process, my way of providing coaching, consulting, and training. So that certification program is going to take a lot of my time. We're also going to be launching officially in the new year our licensee program. And our licensee program is going to offer people who are in the coaching, consulting, or training space, or even the business and financial educational space, we're going to be offering a licensing. So it's kind of like you buying a franchise of everything that we have. You will purchase a license to sell our Millionaire Blueprints. You'll purchase a license to sell all of the products and services and have access to all of our content, all of our curriculum. And we also provide a white label licensing, meaning that you can literally take my courses and the content from my courses, put your picture, your name, you can have your own program, but you don't even have to create any of the content. You could just repurpose my content. That's going to be a white label licensing that we provide. So our licensees are going to have to be trained. We're going to be training them on how to draft contracts and agreements for their clients, how to coach them properly, consult them, how to provide training, how to build platforms for themselves, and how to really build a business system around coaching, consulting, and training. So our certification program and our licensing program is going to be huge. We also have a few other programs that we're going to be launching. We're going to be launching our School of Ministry. So for people who want to be licensed, ordained, and even certified in ministry training, we have a School of Ministry. We already have the information on our website, but we're going to be officially launching it in 2022. We're going to be relaunching our School of Prophets. So for people who are called to prophetic ministry, and I got a couple other things I ain't going to talk about just yet because we're working on it. So my point is, I got a lot of things going on, y'all. We have a lot of training that we're going to be doing for a lot of high performers who really want to take their businesses, their ministries, their finances, their lives to the next level. And so this program is going to be discontinued. If you have any questions about our program or anything that we are introducing, whether it's our certification, our licensing, our School of Ministry, our School of Prophets, I want you to reach out to me today and give me some feedback. Give me some feedback on what exactly you think. So let me just end this by showing you how I coach and consult you when you join my coaching program. Because this is really going to be your last opportunity within the next few days to join it. Again, I have a 5-point process that I use to coach and consult. And I'm really going to be teaching this to those who are in our certification and licensing program in 2022. So here's my 5-point process. I'm just going to give it to you a little bit so you can understand how I process you as a coaching client. I'm going to give it to you. Number one, I assess your business and your finances. I'll explain it in just a minute. Number two, I identify. Number three, I develop. Number four, I integrate. Like, I'm giving you the game. But see, I don't care about giving the game away for free, because I already know even if people take this and duplicate it and try it, it don't mean it's going to work, because they don't know what they're doing. And I execute. So when you join my 1-year business coaching program, we take you through this process that we call the 80 process. This is proprietary. And trust me, if there are people out there that try to steal my stuff and use it, I don't care. I got lawyers who have so much paperwork behind all the content, all the information, all the training and the services we provide, that they ready to go after. One of my lawyers always tells me, he says, Ramon, listen, if anybody takes anything that you have, whether it's trademarked or copywritten or tied up in paperwork with licensees, and they use it or try to repurpose it, and we find out, cease and desist letters are going to go out. We're going to be filing motions wherever they are doing it at. And even if they making money and monetizing it, you still going to get paid. So let's not get it twisted. I'm from the hood, but I know my stuff, okay? So here's the process that I walk my clients through. So what do you mean you're going to assess me, Prophet Ramon, if I join your 1-year business coaching program? Here's what I mean. I will assess your personal, your professional, and your financial goals to help set the trajectory for where you want to go and the best way to get there. So in that initial assessment, I'm going to sit down with you in that coaching session to figure out, where do you want to be in a year? We want to qualify that. What do you want to accomplish in your business? What do you want to accomplish in your personal life, in your financial life, or in your church or ministry? And once we qualify that, we're going to quantify that. We want to put numbers, okay? So if you say, you know what, I want to be full-time entrepreneur, okay? We qualify that. But then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to quantify that. So what does full-time mean to you? Well, full-time may mean I need at least $6,000 a month. Okay? So that means $6,000 a month, that's $72K I need in a year while I'm in your coaching program. So I need to be making $72,000. I'm just giving you an example. That's how we qualify and quantify your business, your personal, your financial situation when we assess you. This is a part of your assessment. Now what are we going to do? We're going to next identify. What do you mean identify? We're going to identify the perfect business structure. I want to make sure that even if you have a business, do you have the perfect business structure? You may have a LLC that's operating. You may have 2 or 3 businesses that's operating, but maybe you need a holding company. Maybe you need a holding company so that you can have an umbrella entity. It may need a different name. It may need a different infrastructure. It may need to be set up and positioned differently. So we're going to identify your perfect business structure. That's the business. We're going to identify your brand identity. So we want to know, like, what is your identity? If you got 1, 2, 3 businesses, we still don't know what your identity is in the public. We want to identify with what your business is. That's the first B, what your brand identity is. But then we want to also identify with your brand ambassador. So we have a matrix. It's called the SMS Matrix that we use to help identify your business, your brand identity, and who is or what is the brand ambassador. Like, who is the Geico of your business? Who is Toucan Sam to your business? We want to find the brand ambassador, because that's going to have a lot to do with how we structure your business and position your business in the marketplace. Number 3, we develop. What are we going to develop? Well, we're going to develop a basis for your organizational position. We need a foundation for your organizational position. We need to figure out, what is your position? Are you the CEO? Are you the executive consultant? Are you the coach? Are you the trainer? What is your organizational position? But we also want to figure out, what is your purpose? We need to know what the mission behind that is. What is your why? What is going to fuel you? What are your products? What are your services? What are your prices? We want to develop your perfect client profile. So we have to walk you through this whole process to figure out, like, okay, what is your organizational position? What is your purpose? What are your products and services, and are they priced right? And then once we price them right and make sense of them, okay, who is your perfect client? Who are you going to be marketing yourself to? How are you going to walk them through that process of identifying with your business? But then we integrate. What do you mean integrate? We integrate the proper systems and processes for your organization that will foster best practices across all divisions and subsidiaries. So that means we got to make sure you have executive systems, sales systems, marketing systems, financial systems, and operational systems. Because remember, if you just have a business but it doesn't have systems and processes, you just have a good idea on paper. And last but not least, we execute. That's the E. We execute a successful game plan through daily schedules, consistent action steps, and business strategies. I'm telling you, this process that we use for our coaching clients has already created six-figure earners. And I know within the next year, 2 or 3 at best, we're going to be creating and literally having financial proof of millionaires that our process has created because they have executed it. So I want you to text the word coaching now. Do not hesitate. You need to get started today. And I would love to be able to schedule an initial coaching session with you before the holiday so that we can create this whole AD process for you. We can help you assess your situation, identify which the systems and structures, the positions, the purpose, the products, the services, the prices, the perfect client. We can develop these things. We want to develop the right systems and the right infrastructure for your business. We want to integrate those things and we want to execute it. We can do all this before the Christmas holiday so you can already come into the new year. If you do not have your LLC as a holding company, we can show you what you need to do. I have an entire course on starting and structuring a holding company. I have tutorials to walk you through how to get your EIN, how to structure your business and file it and form it as a holding company. If you have 2 or 3 other business ideas, we're gonna figure out, are they divisions that don't require EINs or LLCs, or are they subsidiaries that actually require separate entities? But if you separate them, we wanna make sure you have the systems. They all need to work together cohesively. So text the word coaching. Text coaching to 404-478-7213. And if you're just not sure about $397 a month for 12 months or $5,000 for one time to have a year of everything that I've explained to you, guess what? Your worst case scenario is, why don't you join our Millionaire Blueprint? We have an online training program called the Millionaire Blueprint, and you can get access on demand 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to our Millionaire Blueprint. It won't be our coaching, okay? But you can at least start educating yourself. And this program is only $1,500 one time, or you can choose to pay $125 a month for 12 months. So it's up to you. Either way, I want you to text coaching. Text coaching. And if it's the blueprint that you want, just let the person know who calls you back once you text coaching that you love the coaching, it's interesting, it sounds good, but maybe you want to go with the blueprint. But either way, you got to get started. The sooner you get started, the better off you're going to be. So I would love to hear some feedback from you on what is your biggest obstacle in business and finance, and what do you think your biggest opportunity is? What do you feel like your biggest opportunity is? I would love to hear some feedback from y'all. Okay? So I love y'all. Appreciate all of you. Thank all of you for continuing to support our show, for continuing to support our movement. And we have so many amazing things that we are going to be introducing in the next few weeks. And I'm just super excited about it. I'm excited about it for us. I'm excited about it for you, because when we win, guess what? You winning. I look at my wins as a community win. That's how I look at it. And guess what? Even if you're not texting the word coaching, I want you to go to our main website and just take a look at everything that we're doing. Take a look at everything that we're doing. I want you to go to RamonPreston.com and just take a look at what we're doing. We just recently launched a multi-strategy real estate investment firm. We're going to be doing some amazing things in real estate. We are going to be launching our licensing program in 2022 officially, our business coaching and consulting certification program, our school of ministry, and some other ones that we are secretly working on that we are yet to disclose to the public. So please go to RamonPreston.com and take a look at all the amazing things that we're doing, and let us know, out of all the things you see, what can we do to help serve you. Love you. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow, same place, same time, right here